Well, there's no denying that Diddy has cheated the system for years now and avoided prison as much as he could, but where it has reached now, the world can finally say that this is the end. Now, why would I say this? I mean, it has just started, right? But well, then you need to understand that Diddy has just been denied bail despite offering the court to pay $50 million for his freedom in the meantime. This shows that finally there's no going back for Diddy, and at this time, he should be kissing goodbye the freedom he enjoyed for years, and I mean really enjoyed, for the person who was caught with 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Anyways, if you haven't been up to date, let's get into some of the latest updates concerning Diddy's case, and this is straight out of BBC. So they said that Sean Diddy Combs will stay in jail after judge refuses bail appeal. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs was denied bail again on Wednesday after his lawyers argued for the second time that he should be released from horrific jail conditions while awaiting trial in a sex trafficking case. A New York federal judge remanded the musician into custody on Tuesday after prosecutors argued that he was a serious flight risk. Mr. Combs, 54, was arrested this week, accused of running a criminal enterprise from at least 2008 that relied on drugs and violence to force women to fulfill his sexual desires, according to prosecutors. However, Diddy pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. Now, instead of jail, Mr. Combs' lawyers were proposing a bail package that included a $50 million bond co-signed by Mr. Combs, his mother and other family members, as well as a home detention, surrender of his passport, weekly drug test, and a visitor log that would be submitted to pre-trial services each night. But the judge hearing Wednesday's arguments did not agree to the proposal. The judge said that my bigger concern deals with the danger of obstruction of justice and the danger of witness tampering. That is a real concern that I have here. After the ruling, Mr. Combs' lawyer Mark Agnifilio told reporters that the ruling did not go their way, adding that the fight continues. A 14-page indictment charges Mr. Combs with racketeering, sex by force, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If he's convicted on all those three counts, Diddy would be looking at a sentence of 15 years up to life in prison. According to court documents, Mr. Combs wielded the power of his status to lure female victims to engage in extended sex acts called freak-offs. According to the documents, during the freak-offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims, in part to keep the victims obedient and compliant. In a news briefing, U.S. Prosecutor Damian Williams said officials found firearms, ammunition, and more than 1,000 bottles of lubricant during raids on Mr. Combs' homes in Miami and Los Angeles about 6 months ago. Mr. Williams said federal agents also found 3 semi-automatic rifles with the fast serial numbers and a drum magazine. He told reporters that further charges were possible without offering details. Mr. Agnifilio, the musician's lawyer, maintained that there is no coercion and no crime. He said that he's not afraid of the charges, adding that he believed that Mr. Combs was the target of an unjust prosecution. In court documents, federal prosecutors said that Mr. Combs had abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Prosecutors accused Mr. Combs of creating a criminal enterprise whose members, under his direction, engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, and bribery. On numerous occasions, the documents said that Mr. Combs assaulted women by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. The indictment did not specify how many women were alleged victims. It also does not accuse Mr. Combs himself of engaging directly in unwanted sexual acts with women. However, these accusations are not new. Last November, his ex-girlfriend Cassie filed a civil lawsuit against him that included graphic descriptions of violent abuse. He denied the accusations but settled the case a day after it was filed. In May, Mr. Combs released a public apology after video footage from a Los Angeles hotel appeared to show him beating Cassie in a hallway. Tuesday's indictment against Mr. Combs accuses him of similar violence. Mrs. Ventula's lawyer Douglas Wigdor declined to comment on Mr. Combs' arrest. The indictment follows a string of sexual assault allegations against Mr. Combs, one of the most successful music moguls in the history of rap. 4 women, including Cassie, have filed lawsuits accusing him of sexual and physical abuse. In a statement issued last December, Mr. Combs defended himself against what he described as sickening allegations made by individuals looking for a quick payday.